What's up, everybody? I've automated over 90% of my job and built over 56 active automations within my agency that I leverage on a day-to-day basis. And in this video, I want to talk to you about one of the most interesting and important concepts that I've only just found out about after spending months building all of these different automations. And what that is scalability. And so what scalability is ensuring that when we're building our automations for one employee, they're still relevant with 10 employees, 100 employees, and beyond. What this is going to unlock is higher leverage. And so, for example, if you built an automation 2 years ago that you stopped building 2 years ago because it was literally done, and 2 years later you're still using that automation, you can see how that is a really high leverage task. And I've started to experience this because I've spent literally over 1,000 hours building all of these different automations, and I've reached a point where I don't have to build any more automations. Like, I think I'm pretty much done. Like, I don't need to do that much more, and I'm just reaping the rewards with zero work. And so the only way you'll be able to do that and sustain it on a long-term basis is by building scalable operations. And so let me talk about this concept with a few examples. So the first one is this email. So whenever leads come through, we notify our clients with something that looks like this. So it contains the lead information, the mobile number, website, and then they can click here. It's going to take them to the smart lead dashboard. And then what we've noticed from client feedback is that they want to be able to easily keep track of all of the leads within their CRM, because obviously the leads are inside Smart Lead, they lose sight of them. And so they want to be able to see all of that information within their CRM. And so literally all I've just added right before filming this video is a button that says export CSV, import to CRM. And so when they click on that button, it exports the CSV, and regardless of which CRM that they're using, they're going to be able to import that CSV in there. And so this is an example of what that process would look like. They would grab the CSV, boom, and then import it. It's got all the information already there. And then just like that, it's already imported, it's in their CRM. If they were using Apollo as a CRM, for example, it would be as simple as this: import CSV, grab that CSV, boom, we've got it. And then maybe they might want to map some fields like this. And then just like that, they've got all of the leads within their CRM. And to get started, I'll be sending my clients like a long sheet of leads that they could do. But any new individual lead, they'll get it. And that was from their request. They wanted that as a new feature. But look how easy it was for me to actually set up this feature. All I needed to do was add one tiny little Google Sheets module within my existing automation that I've already built. Like, I don't need to do anything. I added this Google Sheets module, and then this is what the Google Sheets stuff looks like. You got the URL with the spreadsheet ID that allows them to export it via a simple click. That's it, like, literally, right? And so we've just made an upgrade to something that was already there. And so, like, with that little amount of work. Another thing that they wanted to make it easy is because they told me that Gmail is really inefficient. They obviously don't use Slack. And so every single communication has been going through Gmail, and they're not responding to leads on time. They're sometimes spending literally 2 days to respond. And so they told me that in order for them to fix it, it would be easy if they could get notified in Ring Central. For me, just pop in a Ring Central module over here, and then add a notification platform inside the client database. And so we can notify our clients via email, Slack, WhatsApp, Ring Central, Google Chat, and literally anything else that they want. And so the moment that I get someone that wants to communicate in Google Chat, I will accommodate that. The moment I get someone that wants to communicate in whatever tool, I will accommodate that. But what I want you to focus on is just how easy it is for me to accommodate all of these different things, right? And that's where I think the scalability and the compounding effect comes into play. Because to accommodate new, different things, it takes very, very little work, and you've already done the work, and so that unlocks leverage. But because you can't predict the future, you've built your systems in a way that they can accommodate for the future. So I don't know what platform people are going to want to use. I literally have zero clue, but I've built it in a way that it's going to be able to accommodate for that. If I ever, for whatever reason, needed to switch from Smart Lead to Instantly or whatever tool, I've built all of my systems to ensure that the transition would happen seamlessly. And so that's one of the most important concepts that I think a lot of automation people miss out on, is because they're trying to solve problems for today, not thinking about 2 years from now or 5 years from now. But if you start to do that, you will notice that it might take you a lot of work up front to get the job done. But over time, the work shrinks and shrinks and shrinks and shrinks and shrinks, to the point where you might be like me, where you've literally got no work to do. You just you've got no work. You've automated your job. You've you've got all of the automations built in a scalable manner, where any new changes that you need to make take extremely little amount of work, and it's just great. And by the way, I have not posted in 2 weeks. So last time I posted was August 5th. It's currently August 19th. It's because I've literally had nothing to post about. Like before that, I was posting pretty consistently, but like I just had nothing. Like I've automated my job, I've done everything. Um, and for content purposes, it's not great because I want to be able to document other things that I'm building. But from like a practical perspective and actually just getting the job done, like I think I did a pretty good job, right? So scalability, one of the most important concepts. It unlocks leverage, and also, by the way, last point. This is why it's so important to focus. And Alex Ramosi talks about this all of the time, which is like the shiny object syndrome. But it's like shiny object syndrome would make everything I did void and null. Like if I said, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna stop doing a lead gen agency. I'm gonna go and build an automation agency, or I'm gonna go and do whatever drop shipping," right? Literally all the work that I did void and null. But now, because I'm going to stick with Afonto for 5, 10 years, everything I did within the first 10 months of building my business is going to stay relevant for that entire time. And so as you can see, like the longer I stay with this existing business, the higher leverage the tasks that I did before become. That's why it's so important to stay focused and keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over, because you unlock leverage without doing anything special. Like when I'm building these automations, some like very often it feels like a low leverage task because I could just go and sell and make like a few $1,000s from doing sales. But if I stay with this and I just keep doing the same thing, that task that I did 6 months ago turns into one of the highest leverage things that I did, just because of that concept. And so, hope this was helpful. Stay focused, build with scalability in mind. That's going to unlock leverage and compounding. Cheers.